in more than 2 decades. As the system moved west over Italy, the acting president of Emilia-Romagna told public radio it had rained non-stop for 48 hours. Authorities in the town of Lugo ordered the evacuation of all.
From Romania to Poland, several countries across Central Europe continued to recover on Friday from torrential rain that lasted several days last week. The worst floods to hit Central Europe in at least 2 decades caused widespread damage.
Well, parts of Central and Eastern Europe have been experiencing unprecedented and deadly flooding. Scenes here from Romania.
Breaking news out of
hospitals. We've been going around the city to look at the extent of the damage, and people are just coming out of it. Many people are now going back to their houses to see if and whenever they can return. But it looks very, very bleak because the water is receding, but it's left a trail of mud and destruction.
Days of heavy rain has caused widespread flooding across Central Europe. At least 17 people have been killed as Storm Boris has devastated the region, ravaging towns and knocking out power. In Romania, entire neighborhoods and villages have been submerged.
Am distrus tot, n-am nimic, paturile sunt pline.
One villager in Galați County lost her pets and livestock in addition to her home.
La noapte în mașini afară pe stradă.
Anh có đâu gì à? Đây gần đi à? Ô hô. Hả?
Video Shinchea reporting there from Wrocław. Thank you for your report. Now we move on to the Czech Republic, and Czech cities and towns are still struggling with the aftermath of the flooding. Our correspondent Mark Steele is traveling across the most heavily affected areas.
Hi there, I'm Katrina Perry. From the BBC World Service, this is The Global Story. Today, Brazil's endless flood. It's a story that has shocked this giant nation and sent a warning to our warming world. One of Brazil's richest regions, including a gleaming city.
We heard stories of people having to flee their houses overnight. I had one close family member who left.
Jesus said something about the famine in Matthew 24, verse 7, where he talked about some of the signs leading up to the end of this world's history. He said,
"And ye shall hear of wars, and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
First of all, Jesus speaks of war. We understand that war is man-made, the few at the top deciding they want more power and money. They cause all the conflict, then just sit back whilst war rages and thousands suffer and die. But they don't suffer at all, with the majority of them getting richer from the carnage and loss of life that does not affect them. The other things that are mentioned are famine, pestilences, and earthquakes, and these almost seem to be separate from war, because these last three we attribute to natural causes. However, whilst to a certain degree this may be correct, with today's technology all of these can, and I believe in some cases, be deliberately caused by mankind. Again, we have shown the evidence for this in some of our videos. But let's just jump to the end of the list, because earthquakes might be the most difficult one for us to wrap our mind around as being man-made. But there's an interesting website called Human Induced Earthquake Database, where you can see a map of all the earthquakes that were not natural, but caused by human intervention. I don't know the exact time frame here, but these are earthquakes that have been humanly induced.